Hello everyone, my name is Itai and welcome to the second video tutorial about the jsMaker. Let's start by creating a new project. Let's go to variables category and grab a number module. Now I want to duplicate this module, so I can do it by click on its title and then on the duplicate icon. Another way to do it is by holding down the Alt key and click on the module's title. Okay. Now let's connect these two modules to this one, like this, and type in a number in the first module, 3. As we can see, the number is being passed immediately to the receiving module. Let's type in a number on the second module, and we get a 7. So the default behavior of a number module is to add numbers. Now let's do the same example, only with the string module. I made a string example earlier just to show you can save your project and load it whenever you want. The project is saved in your browser's local storage and you only have one save, so you better use it wisely. In this example, we can see two string modules sends data to a third one, and that the string module's default behavior is to concatenate the string it gets. So here we have the word hello with a space. We have a space here, and then world, and we get hello space world. If I move my mouse over the connection wire, we see the connection index 0 and the value hello, and on this one we see the connection 1 and the value world. I can switch the connections order by clicking on the receiving module's input, and then we get world hello. Let's add the space here. Okay, and now this connections index is 0 and this one is 1. Now let's create something a little more complicated. Let's start a new project for this. Okay, so I see the background has changed to white, so there was an update just now probably. Yep, how cool. And jsMaker is still under development, so if you saw the first video, the modules elements also got a new look, so don't get confused by the changes. Okay, so let's create a function. Let's create a function that gets two numbers, multiply them, and returns true or false whether the result is an even number or not. So let's start by taking two number modules and multiply them. And we can find a multiply module in the math category right here, or I can type its name in the search box if I know what I'm looking for, of course, and grab it from here. Let's connect the first number to A and the second to B, and to see the result we'll need another number module. So let's try it out. 3 times 2 equals 6 and 4 times 3 equals 12. The next step is to check whether this number is an even number or an odd number, and to do that I will use a modulus operator and the number 2, and let's duplicate another number module. The modulus module gets two numbers A and B and returns as expected A modulus B. So let's connect 12 to A and 2 to B and duplicate another number module to see the result, and we get a 0. Let's try it out with different numbers. Let's make 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 modulus 2 equals 1. Okay, I wanted the function to return true if this number is an even number and false if it's an odd number. If it's even, the modulus returns 0, but if it's an odd number, like 9, the modulus returns 1. So we need a boolean returns true for 0 and false for 1. So let's grab a boolean, BOO, there it is, and place it right here. If we now connect the modulus result to the boolean, we get true, and it's exactly the opposite of what we needed. And that happens because in JavaScript 1 is a truthy value and 0 is a falsy value. So we'll need to reverse the boolean functionality. jsMaker has a module just for that, and its name is not an exclamation mark. This module reverses the logical statement, and then true becomes false and vice versa. So let's place this module in between the modulus result and the boolean. Now we get true for 0 and false for 1. So now we have some kind of a function, but it doesn't look like one. So let's make it look like a function by selecting all modules and click on the most left icon. Now we got this black box. This black box is our function, and if we double click it, we step inside it and see all the different modules. And as you can see, we are now inside the module. Double click on an open area takes us back to the main workspace outside the function. So what if we want to use our function? Let's take two numbers and a string. These two numbers are the parameters passed into the function, and the string to show us true or false. In order to be able to connect the modules to our function, we need to give it two inputs and one output, which it doesn't have right now. So let's go inside. Let's go to general category, and here we can see input module and output module. So let's grab two inputs and place it here. Okay, these are the parameters, so let's connect each input to each parameter, and one output to the boolean true or false. Sorry, let's make it okay. So now let's double click on an open space to get back to the main workspace, and now we can see the function got two inputs and one output. So let's connect these modules. Okay, let's try it out. 3 times 3 is 9, therefore we get false. 4 times 3 equals 12, and therefore we get true. So that will be it for this video. I hope you liked it and got a better understanding of what jsMaker is. And there's a lot more to come. And until the next time, take care and bye bye.